What's up, guys? Welcome back to Teach Me Teacher vlog, talking about reading, writing workshop. Alright guys, I'm right here at the end. It's on Friday. You can always tell when it's a Friday video because I probably got the chairs up. Now, I was gonna record some stuff the other day, and you know how it is. You start going and everything starts happening at once, and before you know it, it's already Friday before a 3-day weekend. So today, I kind of wanted to talk about the stuff that I've experienced in my reading, writing workshop in the first 2 weeks of school. Now, I'm planning on doing a video where I talk about the whole setup of this, but I just want to talk about the things I've seen today. And one thing that I keep coming back to when I'm thinking of when I'm working with my kids through reading, writing workshop is kids will read if we give them time to read. They will write if we give them time to write. This just gets verified every single day of workshop in my classroom. Kids are so excited to be freed from the chains of school. And that's kind of what I feel like my role is sometimes. You know, there's all the back end stuff that happens, being standards based and being data driven and knowing your craft and knowing how to move a kid, knowing what they need when they're reading a certain way or knowing what they need when they're writing a certain way. All of that's fine. But that's the control. I'm the pilot. That's the control stuff. No passenger in my plane should ever see that. But what they see is an encouraging atmosphere. They see freedom when I give them choice in what they are reading. They see freedom when I let them choose their own topics. No prompts, just straight up mini lessons with fantastic models and great conversations to launch them off into their study of reading and writing. You know, one of the things that I've done differently this year that I want to talk to you guys about is how I've combined us looking at something as readers, studying it in our own reading with goals, and then moving that into our writing as we turn around and look at the same stuff through a writer's eye. And I think that's really what's making the biggest difference for me right now is framing our conversations as readers and writers. Everything I say has to do with being a reader or writer to them. So there's no, I don't want to read because I'm already calling them readers. There's no, I don't want to write because I'm already calling them writers. It's not an option. It's what you are when you're in this classroom. And I think that has been one of the major differences other than some of the setup pieces that I've done to set this workshop going. I will say, I've never had a workshop start this fast, this soon. I mean, I have kids of all levels reading fantastic books. They're reading comic books, they're reading graphic novels, they're reading historical, horror, sci-fi. So, you know, one of my favorite things is finding out what all the students are gravitated to, what books they pick up. And sure, some of the same ones are still grabbing kids as usual, such as, you know, Percy Jackson and Harry Potter, pretty much anything by Jason Reynolds. But every year kids show up with different interest and likes based on kind of their school or the teacher they had previously. So it's always fascinating to me. But one thing that always works is talking with kids about their reading because they want to share. If they're reading great books, they're going to want to share. And if they want to share, you can use that sharing when you're talking about standards-based practices. You can get them to analyze how an author is using setting or internal conflict if they're enjoying what they're reading. And kids are going to enjoy what they're reading if they have tons of books to choose from. I don't need to differentiate by picking very specific things. I need to differentiate by guiding them to what they need in that moment. It's less on me and more on encouraging them to find the stuff. Now, of course, I'm there as a guiding hand. I have tons of books. I have access. We have a library just down the hallway. All of those things work together to get kids to pick the right stuff for them. But if I can get them there, and I have in the first 2 weeks, and it just all works so well together when we use that interest in what they're reading to go into their writing. It's amazing that I spent so many years trying to teach kids to appreciate the craft of writing and great books and stuff when all I had to do was free them up to find it on their own. I didn't have to give it to them. People will be gravitated to the stuff they love. Kids are great at finding things they like. We just have to take the chains off of them and teach within that. And through the model of reading, writing workshop, you can totally do this. You know, it's finding this model over the course of several years. You know, I didn't find it all at once. It was this piece here, piece here, piece here. And now that I really feel like Reading Writing Workshop is working in my room and I'm growing and learning from it all the time, that I finally feel that it's endless, because the kids are always going to find more to write about. They're always going to find more to read. And I find that the more that I step away, the more that I stop trying to control their learning, they go the next level, and it's wonderful. And the kids are empowered, they're smiling, they like writing all day today, even on a rainy day. You know, when it rains, kids lose their minds in middle school. Not a word could be heard because kids were so into their writing. When they were done writing, they were like, can I read? Not, can I be on my phone? Can I go over here and talk to this person? They wanted to read and write more. Every single period, not one exception. Every kid wanted to read and write because they had the freedom to do so. And we talked about standards, and I conferenced them, and we guided them in the right direction. And I did the teacher stuff. I did the pilot stuff. It was going on. Great, rigorous learning was happening. Assessment, formative assessment was happening. But my kids were learning. They were enjoying it. They were reading what they wanted and writing what they wanted. I just can't think of anything more that would want my classroom to run like. You know, I like to say that you can judge a classroom on what kids are doing. And my kids are reading and writing, and I hope yours are too.